Um, well, ladies and gentlemen, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, allow me to say many thanks for the committee of Borobudur International Symposium 2020 for conducting this very excellent event. My presentation is gender analysis in development of economic and educational sector in Bekasi Regency. I am Suharjuddin with three co-authors, Zahara Soleh Haruni, Noval Supradin, and Sani Arianto. There are two main backgrounds why four of us are very interested to carry out the research about this gender analysis. The first one is about the reality of population in Bekasi Regency. As shown in the data that 51.5% the population of people in Bekasi are women. And the problem is, how about their quality? They are big number. The number are higher than the number of men, which is 48.6%. And the second background is by seeing the data from the Central Bureau of Statistics, shown that the comparison between Human Development Index and also comparing it with the Gender Development Index. As shown in the data, in comparing the data from 2020 until 2017, there is a deep gap in Human Development Index between men and women. Shown in the data that the men index is represented by the blue color, which is the level is high in 70%, above 70.85, but very unpredictable that the women's data in their development index still under 70 is categorized low, not in the high level. So this problem makes us very curious to see why the gap exists. Somehow on the data of the population, women are higher, but in their development index, Human Development Index, men are higher than women. The objective of this research is to explore in more detail and elaborate the gender analysis in the development of Bekasi Regency by focusing on two priority sectors as declared in the Sustainable Development Index, which is in economy and education. This research also tried to answer three main questions in researchers discuss together. The first one is, how is the gender analysis in terms of Human Development Index, men and women? The second is, how is the Gender Development Index in economic sector? And the third one is to see how is the Gender Development Index in education sector. These three questions need to be answered by providing accurate and reliable data by comparing a series of years. The advantage of this research is classified into theoretical advantages, which is we hope that this research is expected to give contribution for thorough information and knowledge, particularly about gender analysis in development, especially in industrial district. In the practical advantages, the research of this assessment is trying to see the reality of gender analysis in Bekasi Regency, particularly in economic and education sector. How effective process of development conducted by the local government to provide justice development with gender base. In addition, this research can be seen as an input, suggestion, and empowerment to carry sustainable development with gender base in Bekasi Regency. The methodology of this research conducted in Bekasi Regency with 6-month duration of research. The methodology used is a case study, which is we very focusing on to see development process in Bekasi Regency by doing field grant observations, data collection, and data analysis. And the procedure of this research is determining research question, and then selecting relevant and subject of research, collecting relevant data, analyzing the data, and so on. The data and source of data. The data is taken from various competent researchers purposefully. So we carry out observation and interview with the executive government, head of departments, or we call it OPD, or perangkat-perangkat daerah. And also most of the data is taken from Central Bureau of Statistics. The procedure of data collection followed the procedure of technique and data collection as suggested by Miles and Huberman. So this is the result of our research. I start from research of analysis gender in economic sector. As we see in the number of workforce in 2019, there is a very big gap. In terms of the workforce, men are higher 100 times bigger than women, which is a woman in the workforce, which is categorized as a working woman, is 416,000. Meanwhile, men is almost near a million, especially 900 to 180 people working. Not working men and women is not very significant different, but let's see what happened in not workforce category. Very sad to see how many women do job as a home care. more than 550,000 people. And only 9,546 men doing not working, but they put their time in home care. This is the data of potential number of poverty as classified into women to see women, they are in danger in terms of potential to be poor community. Day by day, year by year, this number is increased very rapidly, but the government tried to reduce the number of risky women in social and economy. And this is the results of still in economic sector on focusing ownership of farming. This is a very deep gap. Men highly have ownership, and only a very small number of women they own farming in Bekasi Regency. And in terms of our result in education sector, if we see number of teachers, more female teachers in Bekasi, with total number is 14,375, and only 9,225 male teachers. But let's see what happened with the total of number of headmasters. You see in the previous page, female teachers are higher, but when we see the number of headmasters, men are higher than women. There are two districts which is very unique. In Sotambun, there are 130 male headmasters, while there are 108 female headmasters, while in West Cikarang, which is the ratio between men and female headmaster is 10 compared to 50. This is the recommendation of this research to reduce the gap between male and female in our gender analysis. So the development strategy needs to put integration on problem, needs, implementation, aspiration by seeing what male and female needs. Gender analysis will conduct to see how this integration conducted. So thank you very much for this very nice time. And I close my presentation by saying Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time. And thanks a lot for all your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.